it goes back to like privacy, the luxury of just having a space, like 4 walls and a floor and a ceiling. And you can just sit there and just breathe by yourself. It's like the most epic thing. The first time I had privacy and not being out in a public space by myself was ecstasy. It was the best. It was amazing. And so looking at just that aspect and understanding that aspect, we can come up with different solutions that aren't so reliant on funding. Like every homeless person having, a single family home kind of thing. All guys, and I saw this, I was really inspired by it. When I stayed in New York the last time, I stayed in a spiritual retreat for 2 nights.
Cool.
It was an Airbnb. So I found it through Airbnb, and it was just like this spiritual retreat, just listing their like space on it. I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was ingenious, and that's what I love about Airbnb and companies that are doing cool things like that.
It's innovative.
It's innovative.
It goes hand in hand with what you've been saying.
The floor plan, I was so impressed with the floor plan. What I need when I'm traveling is just a roof over my head. Those 4 walls, I'll sleep on the floor. I do not care. But I also have a briefcase of tech with me and like 6 iPhones and a computer, and like I want security at the same time. That's all I need. I'm not going to be there during the day. I can do my own thing. And this space was just so perfect. I thought like this, something like this can be applied to the homeless community, where it's this floor plan. They're shared community bathrooms, community spaces, and they had complimentary breakfast and stuff there too. But the floor plan and the rooms were like from that wall to about here, with a bed and a nightstand, and like a place to put clothes, like just like a rack. But I thought, this is perfect. This is exactly what I want. This is what this is all I need.
Yep.
And at night and during the day, I could lock it. And at night, when I'm by myself, I can relax. I can be in the space. And so there was just like those rooms next to each other, like a whole like row of them. So instead of like when I was in the shelter, drag the mats, these musty mats, and just lay them right next to each other. And there are times where I'm sleeping a foot away from a guy who's like coughing up a lung. He has a Dixie cup by to like honking, and you don't know what's gonna happen to you. I've had a couple things stolen from me because it was just laying out, and you're just exposed. And it's the same thing when you're in a park and you're sleeping on a bench or out on the streets, or even like a tent itself. You have privacy. It doesn't even need to be a big tent. It's just like this.
Yeah.
So you can see how effective that is in different parks and stuff around the cities. I know most of Chicago and what I've seen there. It's like spaces like this. You don't need a lot of money to do this stuff. You need creativity, you need imagination, but most of all, you need to understand what someone is going through experiencing homelessness and what they want. What is enough, acceptable